This video is going to walk you through the AIO Tests feature, data parameterization or data driving your cases, or in the Cucumber terminology, support for scenario outlines. Data parameterization helps users to turn test data into reusable parameters. It can help test your flow, using multiple sets of data at execution time. Similarly, in Cucumber, a scenario outline helps run a scenario multiple times, with different examples. To get started with creating parameters, navigate to the Steps screen of a case. The Datasets icon is available in the Edit mode of the case. Click on the Datasets icon and start creating parameters. Note that parameter names are case-sensitive and promo with a capital P is different from promo starting with a lowercase p. In this case, we have created 3 parameters and now we can define the datasets which would data drive the case. Click on the row and add values for each dataset. You can use easy tabbing to shift through each value. Once the datasets are created, they can be used in classic steps by typing in the angular bracket, which prompts the parameter names. Select the parameter you wish to use. Parameters can be used in all fields. A difference between classic and BDD cases is that, in BDD cases, there is no prompt with parameter names, and the user needs to make sure that the correct parameter name is used. Once the datasets are created, and case is ready for execution and added to cycle, each dataset gets added to a common run. Let's navigate to the cycle view. In all listing screens, cases with datasets can be searched for using the Datasets filter. Expanding the case row shows the runs for each case, which remains similar to non-datasets case. Each run shows the number of datasets within the run. Each dataset row shows the data driving the execution. On expanding the dataset, the parameters and the steps are replaced with the data values defined in the case. Start the timer of the dataset and mark the result either at the dataset level or at the step level. Stop the timer to save effort. Note, marking the dataset as passed makes a change in the status of the parent run. The effort of all runs gets added to the parent run as well. The rules that define this percolation up of status are documented in the AIO Tests documentation link. Evidence can be captured at each dataset level. Creating defect from dataset shows the data being used for the execution. If a dataset is not necessary for a cycle, it can be deleted. Resetting a dataset resets all evidence and results of the execution. Similarly, resetting a run resets all datasets inside the run. The overall time and status of a run can still be overridden based on the QA process followed in the team. Similarly, for BDD Cucumber cases, each example appears for execution. The interactions for BDD example cases and classic dataset cases remain the same. A significant change happens while importing results from Cucumber automation execution. If the steps of the scenario outline example exactly match the dataset steps, then the results are reported against those datasets. Those scenarios will continue to get created from the results file. It is no longer possible to create scenario outline cases from the report, since the information is not provided in the Cucumber JSON file. Scenario outline cases need to be pre-created, either by importing feature files or manually. The AIO case key has to be used as tag in the feature file to identify the scenario outline case in AIO Tests. Apart from creation of cases and executions, cases with datasets can also be exported in Excel or PDF formats. Importing of cases also supports datasets import. Details about how the datasets should be structured in Excel for import can be found in the AIO documentation. On the Cucumber side, importing of feature files with scenario outlines now does not create one case for each example, but a single case will be created for each scenario outline. And all examples will be added as examples in the case. Exporting to feature files will behave in a similar manner, and cases with examples will be exported as scenario outlines. As always, AIO Tests continues to strive to make testing simpler. For any feedback, please reach out to help@aiotests.com. Thank you.